Afternoon, everybody. We're going to talk about a subject that I can so relate to, and maybe some of you as well. Yeah, that's right. Guns, man. Working out, and not getting where we want to go. It's almost like running in place on a treadmill. You know, you're not really getting anywhere. I do not speak anything except English. I do apologize. Welcome, everybody who's joining. I'd love to be able to say hello to you, so if you'll tell me your first name, that would be great. So as you come on, you can say hi to me. That would be nice, and then tell me your name. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the hearts, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and get started because I like to respect people's time. Good afternoon to all of you. My name is Mary. I am a health and fitness coach. My passion is health and fitness, but I'm also a faithful believer, so my company name is Faithfully Fit. And I'm going to talk to you about a subject that is just so personal to me because I lived it, I breathed it, and I got frustrated and angry about it so often until I figured it out. And I like to share my answers. And if you're a creeper, you can get off my Periscope. Thank you very much. I can't quite see your handle, but you can go ahead and leave because we don't have that around here. So I guess I should always start every Periscope with a disclaimer and a warning that if you are a Periscope creeper, I will report you and you will be kicked off my Periscope. So bye-bye, and I will block them. Absolutely, I will. That's not what it's all about. And there's a lot of them out there. So for the rest of you who are scoping, don't allow it. And I have found that, yes, being mean helps, and then just ignoring them. That usually works out. Hello, welcome. Okay, so what do you do when you are working out, you're being consistent with your workouts, and you are not getting the results that you're looking for, you are not hitting your goals? Let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I was a healthcare executive for most of my career. And then for about 2 years, I ran a gym. And when I ran the gym, I actually got certified as a trainer. And so I really was very well educated and totally understood that nutrition played a big role. And that I also needed to get my workouts in as well. And I was working out with a trainer at my gym. And believe it or not, she was the one who actually introduced me to this amazing little program that you do at home called P90X. You gave the most hearts. Well, thank you for giving the most hearts. Which is really funny that she was introducing me to P90X because if I started to do this home-based workout program, she was going to lose me as a client, but she didn't care because she was my friend. And so in 2008, I started P90X, and you do Insanity. That's awesome. I am a Beachbody coach. I probably should have said that at the beginning. And so I did round after round after round of P90X, and then Insanity, and then P90X2, and then you go on down the line. And I was doing all of these workouts, and I was being consistent. And the only way I could reach my goals, my body fat goal and my weight goal, and just the other goals that I had, was to absolutely 100% follow the nutrition, 100% clean. I'm really sorry, but that's just not consistent. That's not consistent. That's not sustainable. It's very, very difficult. We want to eat clean, yes, most of the day, and the average, 80, 85, 90% clean every day. First of all, you'll feel better, you'll have more fuel, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But to eat 100% clean every day is probably pretty unrealistic for most people, not sustainable, and not really very fun. Every once in a while we want to have a piece of pizza or maybe a French fry. So I got really frustrated. I was like, what is the deal here? What am I doing wrong? And so what it really boils down to is that we cannot outwork out a poor diet. Let me say it again. We cannot outwork out a poor diet. I'm standing in my kitchen for a reason. Abs are made in the kitchen. It's actually not my kitchen. I'm renting this condo, but that's neither here nor there. You've heard it 100 times. Abs are made in the kitchen. And of course, being healthy is way more than just about abs. But the point of that little cliche is that we have to have our nutrition in line. It's a good 85% of the equation of us getting there and getting to our results that we're looking for. So we need to make sure we get the workouts in, absolutely, but we also need to make sure that our nutrition is in check. Our peanut butter and jelly sandwich is healthy. You know what? They actually can be. they can be healthy. As a matter of fact, I've recommended them for healthy snacks to my customers and clients quite often. Obviously, you have to be careful the products that you're using. So if you're going to use peanut butter, you want to use peanuts that are made into peanut butter, not the jiffy stuff that has, I think second ingredient is sugar. Okay, you want to go into your grocery store. There's not even places you can go where you even pour the peanuts in the machine yourself. But you can go in the grocery store. You can get those little containers. They're usually, believe it or not, in my grocery store, they're by the deli, and it's literally just peanuts that have been processed through a machine. So you want to get really good, clean peanut butter that is just peanuts, and so that you get the proteins and the nutrition from the peanuts. And then as far as the jelly part, you have to do a lot of research on this and keep flipping those jars around, but you want to really find a solid fruit preserve that is not loaded with sugar. And so you use that, of course, for the jelly. And then your bread, of course, needs to be a good, solid whole wheat bread that is really nutritious for you. And you don't want your peanut butter to be that thick and your jelly to be that thick and your bread to be that thick, because now you're looking at a 1,000-calorie peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So hopefully that answers your question, but it's a very good question. And actually, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are a pretty well-rounded little meal, because you've got the complex carbohydrates from your whole wheat bread, and carbs are not the enemy. I should have a whole periscope on that. Your complex carbohydrates are good for you. They're fuel. We need those. Peanut butter and honey is to die for. Well, I'll have to try that. Your jam, your preservatives, of course, are going to have your fruits in them, and that's going to have some carbs in there as well. And then, of course, your peanut butter is going to have your protein. So you've got your complex carbohydrates, you've got your protein, and you have a little bit of fat, and that's a really nice, actual, well-rounded little meal there. So you can't outwork out a poor diet. Let me say it one more time. So it's really, really important that you get the nutrition aligned. Well, then everybody looks at me and says, well, how do I do that? I'm really, really busy. I work in corporate America, and I have to drive, and I'm not working from home like you are, and it's easier for you. And I'm here to tell you that I worked in corporate America all of my career up until 2 months ago. So yeah, I can relate to exactly what you're saying, and I did it, and I made it happen. It's in the planning. Everything is in the planning. You have to make sure that you're planning ahead. So meal planning and meal prep, while it doesn't have to take 20 hours, is important, and you need to make sure that you're doing it every week. For me personally, I would do it on Sundays, and I would just get a general idea of what I was going to eat for lunch Monday through Friday, because if you're leaving the house and you're going to an office, the lunchtime thing can get twirly. The guy 2 cubes down wants to go to Five Guys Burgers and Fries. Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. Or make an unhealthy choice, and it's a lot easier to just say, yeah, because at that point you're hungry and maybe you didn't eat breakfast right. Cake, not a six-pack. I didn't catch the rest of what you said, but that was funny. So you need to make sure that at an absolute minimum, that's what I usually tell the people I work with, that you are planning out your lunches for the week so that you can at least make a good choice there. You can do some very quick, doesn't take any longer than about an hour on Sunday to do some quick meal prepping. You can do a big old pan of roasted vegetables, chop, 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 throw them in the oven, a little olive oil and a bunch of spices, and put them in a big container and just keep scooping them throughout the week for meals. You can roast a turkey or a chicken and pull off of that all week long for wraps and salads, etc., etc. You can go to the grocery store, this is even quicker, and get one of their already rotisserie chickens and pull all the meat off that, put it in a container, and pull out of that container all week long. As a matter of fact, if you hold a second, I have just that. That's exactly what I did. This was a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store. I came home, pulled a bunch of meat off, chopped it all up, stuck it in a container, and I've been nibbling out of there for days now, and I will again here at lunchtime. So I don't know how this entire Periscope got to be on food prep and planning, but it all is a part of the equation, and if you've got to get your nutrition in line, and a lot of people think it's very, very complicated and they don't have time for it, and I'm here to tell you that you do have time for it. So you can either meal prep ahead of time, do an hour or so on Sunday, or the other trick or tip that I have is to always make extra servings anytime you cook a meal. So if you're cooking, already going to cook for 4 people, why not make 6 or 8 servings, and then you have some lunches for the rest of the week or some dinners or whatever. And so you can either prep ahead a whole bunch of stuff, or you can, the other thing to do on Sunday, so I'll do a big pan of roasted vegetables. I will do some sort of chicken, turkey, ground something, big pot of chili, a casserole, something like that. And then I also will do a big pot of quinoa and or brown rice, or both sometimes, and just literally put it in a bowl, a container for the refrigerator, plain. Then you can take the quinoa or the brown rice and you can add different things to it throughout the week to make it taste different, you know, so you can add different spices or sauces or whatever to it, or add the quinoa to some scrambled eggs, or add the quinoa to some turkey chili that you made. You can do all these different things. But the point is that if you just take a few minutes to plan ahead, you will definitely get to your results. As soon as you get your nutrition in line, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, and you're going to start to see your body change, you're going to start to feel better, and you're going to start to hit those results. The other thing is a big factor for me. Again, I'm a Beachbody coach, and it's not a big major plug for their products per se, although I am an advocate because that's what I do. I replaced a meal with Shakeology, and it totally rocked my world. I was that, you know, last 10 pounds girl, couldn't get the 10 pounds off, replaced a meal with a very dense, nutritious meal replacement shake, and in a month and a half, the 10 pounds came off, and I haven't seen those. I said bye-bye to them actually about 3 years ago. So just, you know, you really have to focus on your nutrition, stay consistent with your workouts, and focus on your nutrition, and you will definitely make a humongous difference. And just remember that the abs are made in the kitchen, or that your results are going to come from what you're doing while you're in here. My last tip before I say goodbye to you is close the kitchen. You guys know what that means? To close the kitchen? That means you literally turn the lights out, whatever, after your last meal, however that works for you. Everybody has a different schedule of eating. You turn the lights out in the kitchen, and you go to the furthest room in the house. Don't go to the family room that's right next door. If you have to go up 3 flights of steps and go to some awesome room that you have on the 3rd floor, let that be where you go. But remove yourself from temptation. That's what it boils down to. If you can leave your kitchen light on and you can sit at the kitchen table and not be tempted to eat any more food after your last meal, God bless you, I can't. So I shut the lights off. If I could put like a big old baby gate in front of the kitchen, I probably would do that too. And I actually head to a different room so that in my mind, that kitchen is closed, and I'm going to stay disciplined with, I'm done for the day, right? I'm all done for the day. So hopefully those tips helped. I would love to have you guys continue to follow me. If you'll continue to follow me here on Periscope, same handle as Twitter. So if you're following me here, you're following me there. That would be great. I do have a really cool gift that I'd love to offer you. It is basically it's a 5-day Jumpstart. It's a 5-day Honor Your Temple Jumpstart. So it's a full 5-day meal plan with some prayer and devotional, and some fitness tips and lots of other cool goodies. So if you're interested in getting that, you can get that at 5dayjumpstart.com. So it's the number 5day, D-A-Y, jumpstart.com. And I'm more than happy to send that to you for free. I hope you're having an amazing day. I will be back on Scope a little bit later today with some tips on how I transitioned from executive to entrepreneur. And then I have the ability to sit here still sweaty and nasty from my morning workout, in my morning workout clothes, and build a business here. So I would love to share those tips with you as well. So come back and see me later today. Put your notifications on so you can see when I pop back on. You guys, any questions? I'm happy to answer questions that you have. Like my sweatshirt. My brother and sister-in-law live in Sag Harbor, and I just went for a visit. It was very cool. I might have to go there more often. It's gorgeous. 5 people still on. Happy that you're still here. Thank you. Thank you for those of you who are listening to the replay. And if nobody has any questions, then love ya, and I will see you guys a little later today. Have a great day. Have an active day. Go get your workout in and eat clean. Bye.